KY3 Ozarks Today Weekend Edition starts now.
Good Sunday morning. Welcome to Ozarks Today, the Weekend Edition. I'm Sarah Forhetz. We are following some breaking news from overnight. A man seriously injured in downtown Springfield. It happened late last night near South and Walnut Streets, outside between two nightclubs downtown. Springfield police roped off the area for quite a while to investigate a stabbing. No word yet on the extent of the injuries. Those who witnessed it are still shaken up.
It was nuts, yes. I've never seen anything like it before, and I honestly do never want to see it again. It was crazy. It was crazy. I'd never expected anything like it. They were arguing. There was a about 6'3", would you say about 6'3", white male, and he stabbed another 6'3" white male. Well, I mean, actually about 6 foot white male, and I'd never want to see it again.
The guy just fell to the ground pretty much, and, well, you got stabbed. I couldn't even imagine getting stabbed.
Still no word yet on what happened to the man who did the stabbing. We are awaiting a call back from Springfield police, and we'll bring you the latest as we get it. A motorcyclist was killed late last night as well after a crash in northwest Springfield. It happened near the intersection of Highway 266 and Farm Road 115 around 11:30 last night. Police closed part of 266 while they investigated the cause of the crash. It was only the motorcycle involved. Another motorcyclist is in the hospital after a crash happened yesterday evening. This one involved an SUV. It happened on Battlefield and Fort in Springfield. Police are still trying to determine if the motorcycle was hit or if it ran into an SUV. Fortunately, this motorcyclist has non-life-threatening injuries. No one else was hurt in that crash. Traffic was diverted while crews finished cleaning up the scene. And early this morning, a bad crash caused parts of National and Sunshine to be closed down. Police, fire, EMTs, everyone on scene around 1:45 this morning. There's the video. Neighbors say 2 vehicles were involved. We know at least 2 people were taken to the hospital by ambulance. No word yet on the extent of their injuries. Well, switching gears now to a check of our forecast. What a fantastic day weather-wise yesterday. Can we top that, Felicia?
I don't think we're going to top it, but we're certainly going to get pretty close. Temperatures are once again going to be well above average today. Starting out incredibly mild this morning. We're at 49 degrees here in Springfield, mostly clear skies. We do have a bit of a wind chill, though. Winds out of the southwest at 10 miles per hour, creating about a 4-degree wind chill, so it's feeling more like the mid-40s. But even then, this is warmer than our average high is for this time of year. So we're waking up warmer than we normally are during the afternoon, and you can see that here. Average high for this time of year, mid-40s. Average morning low, usually in the mid-20s, where we're in the upper 40s right now. Our high in Springfield yesterday, 74 degrees, broke the record for the day set back in 1937. Our record for today is 72. I do think we'll approach that, but I don't think we're going to get quite there today. We'll have a cold front moving through for the later part of the day, and that is going to cut off our warming for the later part. I'll have more details on that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Felicia. The father of Officer Aaron Pearson is speaking out for the first time, saying he is very thankful for all your support. At the same time, the Springfield Police Officers Association is warning about fraudulent fundraisers. KY3's Drew Douglas tells us how some people are taking advantage of the situation.
The Springfield Police Officers Association is packing and mailing orders of T-shirts to benefit Officer Aaron Pearson.
The money is going to help create that financial buffer. What some people forget is, yes, Aaron's going to get his full benefits for his disability. All the medical expenses are going to be covered there. But what is not covered is the fact that his wife's going to have to leave her employment to help take care of Aaron.
And they're sending thank you notes to those who've contributed.
It's pretty awesome. Kind of gives you goosebumps. Think about that. All these people that are helping and reaching out and don't even know the family.
It's just one of many fundraisers contributing money to the Missouri Fraternity Order of Police Foundation.
That way we can make sure that everybody, although there's so many events going on, we're all sending the proceeds to the same place. They can be tracked, they can be accounted for, and then they can be moved in a lump sum back to the family.
So far, over $40,000 have been raised.
But we knew we were going to get support, but we had no idea of the volume of support.
But if you want to help Officer Pearson, beware of fundraisers which are not sending money along to the FOP Foundation.
We're not going to your house. We're not getting in the middle of the intersection. We're not going to Walmart, things of that nature. Anything that we're going to do, we have posted up on our events calendar.
As for the T-shirts, they're selling so fast that to get them, Pearson's own family had to come to the only storefront in town that's selling them. Officer Pearson's father, Winston, is also in law enforcement.
He loved this town. And that's part of the reason why he became a police officer down here, is he wanted to give something back to the community.
As 2 off-duty Greene County deputies offer condolences to Pearson's dad, he says the community's support is what's keeping the family's spirits high.
That's why I have made it this far. The support I'm getting from the family, the community. No word to describe how I feel.
And he says the thoughts and prayers are helping Aaron's recovery. He says Aaron's little niece visited him today in the hospital.
And she went over and he literally hugged her. I lost it. I mean, because I ain't got a hug yet.
He says each day brings little victories for Aaron.
It felt so good to see him, to know that he's coming back, and he's definitely getting better. Every hour that goes by is what the doctor said. Every hour is a victory, and that's what we're doing. We're going hour by hour.
Awesome to see there. If you want to help the Pearson family, you can visit prayersforpearson.com. It has all the information that you need on multiple fundraisers going on for him. It also has details on the Playin' and Prayin' benefit concert that KY3 is hosting. We do have a link to the website under newscast links at ky3.com. Well, it's a simple yet crucial way to be prepared for the worst. Volunteers hosted an ID event to help parents gather vital information in case their child is ever kidnapped or goes missing. Volunteers took fingerprints, pictures, dental impressions, and more about each child, all for free. That information is then stored on a CD that is given to the parents and can help authorities find a missing child faster.
To be able to have something like this and be able to just go ahead and hand it to a police officer and say, here's every piece of information you're going to need about this child, is just a tremendous benefit, I think.
We're told all the information gathered is deleted except for the CD that's given to parents. You can find a link to the list of all the upcoming ID events on our website at ky3.com. A 6-year-old boy fighting cancer recently got a special surprise to help him fight boredom in the hospital. KY3 photojournalist Thomas Leonard introduces us to that brave little boy and the Springfield organization making it all possible.
In this bag are a lot of toys and games, so that when you go to the hospital or you go to the doctor to get your treatment, you can take whatever you want from this bag with you to play with, so you won't be bored and you'll have a good time. Okay. Bags of Fun was started in 2004 in Denver, Colorado. There was a little girl named Gabby Krause, and she was diagnosed with glioblastoma, which is brain cancer. And during her treatment, her parents' friends put together bags of toys and games to keep her busy.
I didn't know it was a backpack, but I knew they were going to need prizes.
It's her legacy that we honor every time we deliver a bag to a child that is struggling with a life-threatening long-term illness.
Thor, Iron Man, and Hulk. And Captain America.
Cool. Brett was diagnosed in, March 15th, 2014 with ALL leukemia. And it was a week after his 5th birthday. You're waiting a lot in doctor's offices or in clinics or traveling. In our case, we're traveling to Memphis right now once a month. Weekly, we go to the Springfield Mercy affiliate, and so we have a minimum of 2 to 4 hours of sitting and waiting at least once a week there for appointments. He does a lot of sitting and waiting, and so things that can help pass the time and, bring a smile to his face is just wonderful.
He would probably love to be in school and doing things like that, but he, because of his situation, we're forced to isolate him a little bit.
I just have to sit in bed and not walk. It feels real good when you get out. Oh. It's an iPod Nano.
He loves music. He loves
Michael Jackson.
Fun. Each bag contains around $350 worth of gifts for the kiddos who are fighting cancer and other life-threatening diseases. Another beautiful day expected again today, but a cold front is moving in. Felicia will tell us when we can expect some significantly cooler temperatures. And later, the reunion we've been waiting for 20 years. Saved by the Bell gets together, and we can reminisce once again on the 90s. Stay with us. Hopefully you got outside yesterday and enjoyed the great outdoors, and then again today.
Yeah, today's going to be another beautiful day, so if you missed your chance yesterday, today's going to be nice. Not quite as warm and nice as yesterday, but still going to be a good spring-like day. Certainly not feeling like early February. Feeling more like
But the bottom
late
is still
April.
going to fall out eventually.
The bottom will fall out, and I get to bring you that good news of when the bottom is going to fall out. It's still a dry 7-day forecast, though, so we're really staying this prolonged dry period. Let's talk a little bit about what's going to go on today. We do have some cloud cover starting off our morning. It's actually making for a really beautiful sunrise, and I'll show you that to you in a second. We're going to have some clouds passing through, but we will have sunshine for your afternoon. Now, once again today, we're going to be near record highs. We broke quite a few record highs yesterday, and I don't think we're going to do that, but we're going to approach some of those records, and we are going to get cooler as we head into tonight and Monday. We're going to have a cold front move through this afternoon, and that's going to switch our winds to the northwest, and of course, as you know from living here in the Ozarks, those northwesterly winds mean cooler air. Now, we've been on a little bit of a temperature roller coaster over the past few days. Now, lucky for us, the past few days have had that roller coaster climbing the hill after a really cold Thursday. So Thursday, our high was 34 degrees in Springfield, and that's about 12 degrees below average. By Saturday, so by yesterday, we were 28 degrees above average. Average is around 46 degrees. If the forecast holds on solid, we're going to be about 22 degrees above average once again today. This is what our temperature trend has looked like over the past few hours. Usually you have your temperature falling until around 7 a.m., but as you can see here, we hit about the mid-40s and have been warming since then. So currently in the upper 40s and lower 50s. We do have an upper 30 in West Plains, so a bit of a spread of temperatures, slightly cooler temperatures where we've had really clear skies overnight, but all of us well above average for this time of year. I want to start you out looking out over the sunrise on Bull Shoals Lake. I'm sure we're going to get some beautiful sunrise pictures. Send them to me if you're getting them, because checking our tower cams, I've seen some really nice sunrises out there so far. That cloud cover moving in, but it does make for a really nice sunrise. As you can see here, it's moving in from the northwest, so we've still got clear skies down in West Plains and Harrison, but this is going to pass through, and then we'll actually have some clearing behind that, so we'll have mostly sunny skies for your afternoon. Here's what's going on. We have winds out of the southwest, and that's going to continue as an upper-level trough pushes through our area and our winds shift to the west. Sunshine comes out for our afternoon. This cold front moves through during the afternoon, shifting the winds to the northwest and then the north as we head into Monday. So, of course, that's going to usher in cooler air for the later part of our Sunday and into our Monday. So here's what temperatures are looking like. Temperatures are going to make it into the lower 60s and mid-60s by lunchtime, and then we continue warming up. I actually think this model's a little too cool. I think it's going to be more like the upper 60s in Springfield, but cooler north and warmer south. That's because the cooler air is going to build into places north of Springfield a little bit sooner behind that frontal passage. So across the area, I'd say north of Springfield, more like low to mid 60s. Springfield, upper 60s today. The record for today is lower 70s, 72 degrees. Don't think we're going to quite hit that, but Branson, northern Arkansas, I think you could make it into the lower 70s once again today. Those winds out of the southwest, a bit breezy at times, shifting to the northwest later this afternoon with the passage of that frontal boundary. Overnight tonight, temperatures are going to get cooler than they have been, but still well above average for this time of year. Winds shifting to the northwest take us down into the mid-30s and lower 40s by tomorrow morning. Monday overall is going to be a cooler day, though. Temperatures in the lower 50s. We rebound a little bit for Tuesday afternoon. We're in the 50s once again for Wednesday, and then the bottom falls out. Highs in the 30s by Thursday, back around average for the end of the week.
All right. Thanks, Felicia. Well, when dieting, we all know to avoid cookies and candy, but nutritionists are now saying beware of the dairy case. We'll tell you about some dietary dangers inside when we come back. Well, avoiding yogurt with candy and cookie toppings is a no-brainer if you're scanning the supermarket for healthy snacks. But Consumer Reports nutritionists say beware. There are plenty of other not-so-obvious dietary dangers lurking in the dairy case. Contact KY3's Ashley Reynolds has the story.
The dairy case is bulging with new products that seem like tasty ways to get more protein, calcium, and other nutrients into your diet. But Consumer Reports Shop Smart magazine says many are just surprise junk foods.
Dairy foods can pack a lot of sugar, both natural and added. They can also be high in sodium.
Take cheese sticks. You might consider the calcium a bonus, but most average almost 200 milligrams of sodium per stick. That's more than you'll find in a 1-ounce bag of potato chips.
A glass of skim milk will have as much or more calcium and vitamin D with about half the sodium.
And you might get a protein boost from this Yo Crunch yogurt with granola. But you'll also get 25 grams of sugar in each 6-ounce serving. The much smaller Springfield organic Yo Kids squeezers and Yo Play Go-Gurts still pack 9 grams of sugar per serving. You're better off choosing Ziggy's Icelandic-style yogurt tubes that only have 6 grams of sugar. And dips made with Greek yogurt might be better than the fat-laden sour cream variety, but don't think you're dipping into pure healthy yogurt. Salty seasoning in this hell of a good French onion Greek yogurt dip drive the sodium content of the 2-tablespoon serving beyond what you'll get in a small bag of McDonald's French fries. Smarter choices include 2 Greek yogurt dips from Sabra, Mediterranean herb, and tzatziki.
The most important thing you can do is read the labels and be sure you know what you're getting.
For Contact KY3, I'm Ashley Reynolds.
Other things to look closely at are drinkable yogurts and smoothies. Many offer calcium and gut-friendly probiotic bacteria, but they can be just as bad as candy and soda as far as calorie and sugar levels go. Instead, look out for low-fat versions and choose plain over sugary fruit flavors. Facebook billionaire Mark Zuckerberg is giving away a chunk of his fortune. On his Facebook page, Zuckerberg announced he and his wife Priscilla are donating $75 million to San Francisco General Hospital. The funds will be used to support families who have to go there with no insurance who need medical care. Hospital administrators will also spend the money on increasing the size of the ER and adding more patient beds. Priscilla Zuckerberg, the wife, works as a pediatrician at San Francisco General. Another beautiful day to get out on the road. Felicia is in next with your Sunday travel forecast. Also,
so I didn't really have a role model as a female racing driver in Europe to look up to.
She is one of the top female race car drivers in the world. Hear her story next.
And now, your KY3 Storm Team forecast.
Good morning and welcome back. We are starting out with really mild temperatures and a beautiful sunrise out there. So if you get a chance to peek out your window, go ahead and take a look. We are going to have really nice weather for a lot of the area. However, you might start to see a little bit more cloud cover today. It's going to be cloudy in Memphis and Little Rock, low to mid 60s for St. Louis and Memphis. Kansas City only in the upper 50s, already feeling the effects of that cold front that will be pushing through our area later today. Tulsa and Wichita still pretty warm, though, in the lower 70s. I think if you're staying here in the Ozarks, specifically in Springfield, it's going to be the upper 60s. We're going to continue to warm up nicely with more sunshine for the later part of our day. North of Springfield, it's going to be a little bit cooler. South of Springfield, I do think we're going to be close to the lower 70s once again. So you do have another day to get out there and enjoy some spring-like weather.
Very nice. Thanks, Felicia. Well, she is smart, ambitious, and has raced all over the world. At 31 years old, Indy race car driver Pippa Mann says she still has a lot of miles to cover and no plans of slowing down.
She wears a pink helmet and a pink fire suit, drives a pink car, and she's ranked the fastest woman in history.
You're going 230 miles an hour and you're sideways. So you'd better be pretty good at your job.
Pippa Mann is the first female to win a pole position at Indianapolis 500. Racing is in her soul. She's trained much of her life just to get here.
My first one was still the most special because, you know, it's your first Indy 500. It has to be the most special.
This is what it looks like to race around a track at 230 miles per hour. Pippa knows that power.
It's a brute. It's a big car that you have to manhandle around. It doesn't have any power steering. And, you know, you've just got to be really strong with it.
In 2011, Pippa qualified for the Indy 500 and became the first British female to make it into the 500-mile race. Not an easy task. Female race drivers are scarce, and respect for them even scarcer.
But that didn't stop me believing I could do it. Chasing your dreams, it's always tough. It's never easy. And, yeah, just be determined and don't give up. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do it.
Pippa is now with Dale Coyne Racing and is partnered with Susan G. Komen Race for a Cure for breast cancer. In the beginning, she admits pink was not her favorite color.
It didn't signify having hard edges and sharp elbows, and those are all things you need in a race car.
But now she knows.
It's a color of toughness, determination, and it's a color for fighters. It's a color for people who have courage.
I'm Vanessa Welch reporting.
Pippa says the biggest challenge is going out and raising money to continue her racing. She says she'll keep on racing as long as she has the help of sponsors. Coming up after the break, who is going to win a Grammy tonight? We have the predictions. Also, ever wanted to live like a hobbit? We will show you one man who followed through with that plan. A music superstar versus a newcomer. It may come down to that for this year's top prize at the Grammys. Mike Wilbur has more on this year's top predictions.
It's a face-off between Grammy veteran Beyonce and newcomer Sam Smith. It's too close to call for Album of the Year, but Billboard's Joe Levy thinks Beyonce's surprise album release on iTunes may hurt her chances of winning.
It sold great, but the songs didn't get promoted to radio in the same way. Sam Smith is such a big story because new artist, and we're excited about his success. He's nominated in all 4 major categories.
And look for him to edge out Iggy Azalea for Best New Artist.
He's the perfect Grammy artist. He's young, he's new, but he sounds classic.
But he doesn't think Sam will win the highly anticipated Record of the Year.
It's between Sia and Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is the easy choice. Sia is the smart choice. I'm looking for Grammy voters to be smart.
But while at the NBC Experience store, Joe told us he doesn't think Taylor will be taking home many statues.
Her single, Shake It Off, is nominated because it came out during the Grammy eligibility period. The rest of the songs, which have dominated the Billboard charts, came out after the Grammy eligibility period for this year, and so they will be nominated next year.
All eyes will certainly be on the performances. Madonna, Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, and Tony Bennett, and many more will hit the stage when the Grammys air this Sunday.
The Grammy tradition of mixing the old and the young certainly going to be upheld this year with Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga. And that's a Grammy performance I'm looking forward to.
Mike Wilbur, NBC News.
All right. Well, Los Angeles sheriff's officials say former Olympian Bruce Jenner was involved in a 4-car crash in Malibu that killed 1 person. It happened just before noon yesterday. 7 people total were injured, but Jenner's publicist says the celebrity was not hurt. Police say a Lexus entered oncoming traffic and was hit head-on. The female driver died at the scene. 5 others were taken to the hospital. Well, have you ever wanted to live like a hobbit? One man in Tennessee decided to make his dream a reality by building a hobbit home for the 21st century. It is pretty cool, isn't it? The inside is complete with a bathroom, beds, a full kitchen, and appliances. The tiny home is 10 by 20 feet. Still to come in the next half hour of Ozarks Today Weekend Edition.
I've never seen this many victims in one shooting in my 38-year career.
New details emerge about the 5 people who were shot to death in a suburban Atlanta neighborhood, some of them children. Plus, brutal beating the truth that's coming to light after 2 officers are accused of beating a man and then trying to cover it up.